Load your fucking bowls, you little sluts.
That vision, a Dremora woman talking about Merrick. Why would she want my hapless companion? Aleph has no idea. Whoever she is no friend to the Guild or Merrick. It would seem so. This one cannot imagine the value of such a thing. Too shiny and dripping with pride. Just the same, we must warn him, and the Guild. Aleph will go after Merrick. Return to Seize All Colors. Tell her, return to Davon's Watch quick as you can, comrade. Seize All Colors must know.
The river flows so slowly. Much a living soul. It has been so long. To walk the river again, it is so... I and the other Saxhleel have not... I and the other Saxhleel have not returned willingly. We Argonians were slaves to the Chimer in our time, as I sense they can be today. Even in death, we serve our cruel masters, slaves to their will. The Chimer would not willingly release us to Aetherius. To set their souls free on the river, you will have to destroy the Keepers. If you would do this, you will find me on the road away from here. I sense something I must see for myself.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I hope I helped.
The smell of brimstone is strong in my nostrils. Even as a spirit, this place smells of ash and death. Have you done as I asked? You are very kind. Strangely kind for a place like the Ashlands. I stand here, tasting the air, and do you know what I've learned? The Saxhleel you saved, the Argonians, they are not the only ones in danger. This pact forged in the wake of war is fragile, so fragile. Remember the history of violence against my people, and treat them well as you walk the river's edge. My brethren are safe, and the Ashlands bubble with hope. I pass now down the river to swim in the currents of Aetherius. Go well in your own passage, traveler. You there. How would you like to do something worthwhile?
Quality wares.
Two steps forward, two steps back.
We raise fine.
Finest merchandise around. My price is carefully made.
Too much.
March into the great.
I'll need a new blade before I go into the field again.
Back so soon, comrade? A vision of a Dremora. This clouds the waters. The forces of Molag Bal must know more than we realized. What did she say? Nor do I, comrade. Interesting. Did she say anything else? Merrick? This dries my scales. Recruit, you must get to them. Aelith and Merrick are competent, but the Daedra are not to be trusted. Find them near Ebonheart. I will rally our forces here and investigate this Vivicus.
Did you come here for crafting certification?
Nope.
If I just knew this land better, I'd go find him myself. Blighted Fire Song! You there. Are you familiar with these lands?
Oh, she's pretty. I love her
You
outfit.
look capable. I need assistance. My good friend Dulaf of the Mages Guild is in danger. I can't protect him from the Fire Song on a circle of druids that usually stick to their own island. Lately, however, they've been turning up all over and attacking people. I hoped I was done with them after Earthenroot Enclave. But Dulaf spotted them while investigating a leak. I'm a historian. Dulaf's helping me trace the movements of the druids of Galen after they left High Rock in ages past. I'm not familiar with this land, so Dulaf went on ahead. Now he's in trouble. Can you help? Oh, in his letter, Dulaf mentioned he was headed to the Ebon Crypt in northern Glenumbra. Let's move as quickly as wind between bare branches. We must reach him before the Fire Song do. I refuse to lose another friend to them. I'm not actually sure they are. Dulaf just said he noticed them while he was conducting his investigation. The last time I ran into them, those Path Traders attacked the Earthenroot Enclave and killed people I cared about. Dulaf was following the Druid King's path when he found an ancient logbook. It was from one of the Druid ships that never made it to the Sisters. The logbook contained an entry that indicated the Druid King met with the Weirds before setting sail. We may share the same roots, but back then, Weirds and Druids wanted nothing to do with each other. Our oral history contains no stories about such a meeting, so of course I was intrigued. Hopefully the Weirds remember something the Druids forgot. 3 distinct Druidic circles live on the Sisters' Islands. The Stonelore and Eldertide have enclaves on High Isle and Galen, while the Firesong occupy Iffalon. The Firesong never leave their island. They're reclusive. At least they used to be. Bad timing. He arrived before I did, so he left me a letter and went on ahead. When he mentioned spotting the... I'm a druid of the Stonelore Circle from Galen. One of the islands.
Smells like trouble in here. I love it!
I'll move, hot good.
Do you know? We've got plenty of trouble of our own.
Where in Oblivion did these things come from?
Ugh, I hate getting caught. Couldn't have done it better myself. Nice. Let's go.
Stranger, you have come at a bad time. The ground bleeds and many are hurt. If you wish, I can ease the pains of those touched by the burning earth. But I cannot get the ingredients. And these guar-brained Dunmer won't agree to help or be helped by an Argonian. To fight fire, we must use fire. I need chitin from the shocks that came from the lava. They roam the village now. Bring the chitin to me. I will prepare it. Shock wander the streets. That makes them easier to find, but harder to kill. If we aid his people, Gervis must admit we do not intend to kill. Once my people were their slaves. They were not kind masters, and now they are not masters at all. Blood was spilled. Words and promises between our leaders is not enough. Yes, perhaps your elders didn't teach you these things. They stole us from Black Marsh so we could pick their salt rice, tend their kwama, and scrub their floor. You do not justify when you can just act. We had no harm.
Bet they weren't expecting that. I've been waiting to try this spell out.
Wounded badly. You are not of Senith. Your scales bear stains of soot, and you smell of smoke and flame. I offer my gratitude. Please, wait. I'll make a poultice to soothe the burns of the injured. I'll need you to use it on them. The Dunmer don't trust Argonians, especially me and my egg sister walks in ash. They fear we'll harm them. You are a stranger, so they may let you heal their wounds. There is more. When you are done, go to Spellwright Gervis. Let him know we made this salve to help.
Thank you.
You have my thanks.
Accept my gratitude.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have my thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here, Kwama.
You have my
Nice
thanks.
Kwama. Please don't eat me.
I am obliged.
Thank you.
Your pardon. Have you seen any Kwama around? Maybe west of the town? If you... yes, when the volcano erupted, my workers got frightened and fled. Now they're attacking anyone who wanders too close. They're usually timid, so... Me? Look at me. I'm hurt. Just beat... Remember, subdue, then use the whistle. If you don't, they'll just start fighting again. I'll be at my mine west of town. It's where you get Kwama eggs. You can also get Kwama cuttle. Well, it's a hole in the ground where Kwama live. That's a mine. You didn't think we dug it up like those Nords dig up? I don't know. Potions, I think, or something to fight poison or cleanse water.
You won't hurt me, will you?
Why are you here, stranger? That Scaleback? I kept my tongue when times were good, but now when the town is weakened, he's suddenly... Because his people have taken my daughter, Morvani. She was doing chores for me, and now she's disappeared. One of the farmsteaders saw that Argonian walks in ash watching her. Who else could it be? Nonsense. We've lived in the shadow of Ash Mountain all our lives. We know its dangers. It was those Argonian savages. Find walks in ash. Then ask that scaleback. Return Morvani to me. Then maybe I'll see what Softscale wants. Look for Walks in Ash in the ruins. The three only know what she's doing. We are in words and treaties. The Moot might meet in peace, but we remember what the Argonians were like when we dragged them out of the muck. We know what they That's the calm man's choice, stranger. Without my daughter at my side, I don't give a damn whether some scalebacks are bleeding out in the ash.
This is not a good day for Seni travel. Yes, I am. Look at this. This is no natural run of lava. These are footprints. A spirit of wrath came through here. Stubborn Givus will not hear my warning. He thinks the eruption... As you can see, his daughter is not here. I did see Morvani earlier. The flow of her life takes her to the base of Ashma. I don't know for certain. Just that I saw her walking west out of town. Find her, then perhaps Gervis will listen to me. If you succeed, use this. A signal. It's colorful but harmless. If you find Lady Morvani, use it, and I will come to you. Truth falls like a cool rain, carving many channels in the mud. My truth is different from the Dunmers, yet both are still true. I have no love for them. Do you hate fire for burning down your hut? The fire acts as it must. They saw our huts, and their nature required them to act. I trust a dark elf to act as a dark elf must. Let's go.
That was fun.
What the hell?
One time I reached into a sack like that and found a bunch of live frogs. That was a strange day.
Look at all my beautiful Kwama. Their beady little eyes, the gentle pulses. I'm going to have to get the mine back open, of course. Kwama are very good diggers, you know. So much work to do. I can't let this... It's where you get.
Well, that worked out perfect.
Someone came. Did Father send you? I fell and twisted something. Are you mocking me? Yes, of course I am. I'm trapped by lava flows and flaming shulks, and I can't walk. If I ever get home, I'm gonna drink a whole jar of suja. This was a shrine to the three. I come out here to pray for Mother. She was taken from us a few years ago. She was the sweetest woman I've ever known. Some days I swear I can still hear her voice. Anyway, I was out. Of course he is. The overprotective Guar. Since we lost Mother, he's tried to run my life for me. I think I'll need 2 bottles of Sujamma when I get home. Forget what Father says.
You found Gervis's hatchling? Good.
I've caught you bloody-handed. Oh, Morvani, are you... Lord, Mother, and Wizard, are you all right?
I'm going to be fine, Father. Thanks to this traveler. Can we get me off of this rock now?
Hold on, Morvani. I've got you.
You can literally fucking walk over here, and jump right here.
Traveler, you found my daughter. In the midst of all this, you found my Morvani. The Argonian helped you find her. Pah! Self-interest and cunning, I'm sure. I'm grateful just the same. Morvani means they have beastly, baser urges. It makes them hard to trust. When the swamp calls to them, they rise up against their neighbors and strike them down. Even the kindest, the most gentle, are not. It was before the signing of the pact. The Argonians of Seni still served my neighbors as slaves. Several of them made a break for freedom, and my Renisi, she was just out for a stroll. But today Morvani lives. Thanks. Yes, well, I thank you for all you've done here today, traveler. My daughter is safe, and I must reluctantly admit that the Argonian may have played a part.
It's almost funny. I've never seen Father frightened before. He even corrected Great Vivek once. Thank you.
Amazing. This is what it takes to get the Dark Elves. Bad blood. I thought everyone knew that. Back before the Ebonheart Pact. Sure, but the bigger problem is the Dark...
You were amazing!
The pain of losing him once was unbearable.
quietly. There is danger. Quiet. By seed and spleen, stranger. You must help me. My people have been taken by a Daedra, known as Fate Stealer. Raiders. The dark-skinned ones attack, hoping to take our mine and make us slaves once more. They even summoned a Daedra. That was a mistake. The Daedra took everyone away, Argonian and Raider. My people and even some enemies languish in the Daedra's Oblivion realm. The Raiders seized an Argonian gel called Fire Sap. Find some. It should overheat the crystals and...
Don't underestimate us.
I can hardly believe it. I'm free. I can hardly believe it. I'm free. I'm free and in your debt.
Might as fucking well. Let's see how fast I can get through this, delve.
Time to bring the lightning! Keep it down. We'll wait for day. me go!
Set it ablaze!
Oh yeah, that felt good.
Isn't the best defense always a good attack?
Only death will appease the Dark Ones.
I was just getting started.
The pretty one.
The altar must be cleansed.
From the sides!
That was fun!
I can hardly believe it.
I'm free.
It's so good to see everyone free again. I mean, my father, last to water, the Daedra still has him. His stone is in the main campsite. I'm sure Fatestealer will not give up her.
Nikosh knew the terms when he summoned me! We did it!
I don't know what to say. The shame of it makes my scales brittle. But yes, I summoned it. I could not bear to see another victim fall to the raiders. I couldn't...
Your claws are sharp, traveler. My spawn does not deserve the kindness you visited upon his scale.
Welcome to the fight, comrade. Claws out, and watch yourself.
You cannot stand against the might of Molong Ball.
Watch me, bit.
Burn it!
Cease your meddling, mortal. The Master has plans for the Red Guard.
What was that voice?
Quite the little fighter. We're not done with you yet. Too late. I found him. The Red Guard is mine.
Merrick ran off after some other Daedra. Get after him. Don't let her take him.
I think that's the last of them.
My master has plans for your pure soul, Merrick. You should feel honored.
Merrick? Comrade, what happened? Where did you go? Dosha, that such a weakling could take one such as me. How would Aleph know? She was behind you. Oh yes, Colors, the heroic guildmaster. We don't need to wait for Colors. You and Aleph are more than... You didn't recognize the Dremora from her projection. I think her name is Dosha. Quite full of herself, actually. This note mentions a Stonefang cavern beneath an old tower on the island just beyond Ebonheart. Go seek Merrick there. Aleph will find our heroic guildmaster. May good fortune stalk your steps, comrade. Which do you mean? The gear or the relic?
be kidding! We're better than this.
Hold there, Sarah! I've got a message for you. It's a message from Drathus Othral, the leader of the Dark Elf quarter in Ebonheart.
Comrade, I am Jofnir Iceblade, former master of the Fighters Guild. Don't interrupt, I cannot speak long. Dosha has taken Merrick beneath the island into the vault. She drains his soul for her master's dark plans. I can't say. My time grows short. Save Merrick.
Load your bongs, pipes, and, vapes, bitches. Take a hit with me, whores and prostitutes. Woo!
A pure soul, Dosha. Don't fail me.
This is so much better than reading. You're too late, mortal. His soul will fuel the Mortum Vivicus. I will consume you as well.
You have failed me, Dosha.
Stendarr! My head! She almost had me. Thank you. Just need a moment to recover. If you hadn't come along... I'll be fine, Stendarr willing. I heard her communing with the Lord of Lies. Molag Bal is harvesting souls for some dark plot. He's especially interested in the souls of the faithful. Comrade, grab that book and her notes on the table. I saw her scribbling after speaking to her master. We may be able to learn more about this plot. Learn what this Mortum Vivicus is. Grab them, then let's get out of here. I'm so glad to be out of there. Thanks.
You are the sun on my scales, comrade. You've returned Merrick to us. Molag Bal. May he burn in the glare of 1,000 suns. It's just like him to send an assassin to kill a noble warrior. That's a coward's weapon. Sooth, the Mortum... what? And I can't make tails or scales of these scribblings. No matter. It's going to take time to decipher this scroll. But we'll put our best scribe. You've done a great service for the Guild today, comrade. I look forward to drawing steel with you in the future. If we learn anything from the... I'll look for you down the river, comrade. You'll hear from us once we've... Of course. After action report, yes? Wise choice. Yofnir. His passage down the river called me to this post. What did he say? Interesting. I'll get in touch with some of our sisters in the Mages Guild. See if they can investigate this apparition. I try to avoid the Walking Dead. Not long. Yofnir.
dark moons. These crazy Bosmer make no sense. Hazazi comes to negotiate on behalf of Queen Irene, to hear their grievances, and all they do is dance and jest. Hazazi has only been here a short while, and already... What negotiations? These dungy elves don't want talk. They say they only answer to the Wilder King. Who is this? Who knows? They'd rather pull Hazazi's tail than give him a straight answer. It's not fair. Hazazi always gets the worst assignments. Hazazi likes this idea. If you can just get the Bramble Breach to make sense, this one will be impressed. Hazazi thinks it's a wild guar chase, but if you want to try, speak with their tree thane. May you have better luck than Hazazi.
I didn't think I was being disrespectful.
Progress is slow, but
Sometimes
steady.
people are just impossible to understand.
Another tourist? Rare to have so many visitors in this part of the Valen Wood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to mention... Negotiate? About what? Oh, I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called? Aldemary Dominion. Huh. Problem is that our allegiance is to the Wilder King, and he doesn't seem to care. Ha! Sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest. He doesn't have time for idle talk. Why do you think so many people doubt his existence? Not in person, but I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know. I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The wood orcs are a plague we can't seem to be rid of. If you help us drive them off, I'll tell you what you want to know. Lurchers. Take seeds from the shimmering tree in the village and plant them in the orcs' camp. In a few minutes, they'll sprout out with a vengeance. The orc chieftain wants. Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. I've got important business to attend to. Huh. The spirits told me another outsider had come to visit. How to explain this? He is many things. The tall rocks and trees.
Oh, great. That's just embarrassing.
Can you believe that, Trethane?
Patience. Yes. Painful as it may be to practice, it can be a formidable weapon when mastered. I just have to keep reminding myself of that.
Was the Trethane as rude to you? Was the Trethane as rude to you as she was to me? All I asked was how one might get an audience with the Wilder King, but the way she reacted, you would have thought I was trying to slaughter her children. Did she treat you any differently? She did? That's funny, because Ander and I offered to drive the orcs away and she turned us down. I don't know, I'm beginning to suspect this is some elaborate Bosmer trick and the whole village is laughing at us when we're not looking. I didn't say that. There is definitely a distinctive magical force in this part of Valenwood, but I fail to understand by what logic the Trethane decides who gets an audience with the Wilder King and who gets turned away. Oh, I'm Aranias. Maybe you've read my book, Spriggans in the Green, Story and Myth in Primitive Bosmer Society? Probably not, I guess. Anyhow, Ander and I came in a scholarly pursuit to see if this Wilder King is really as powerful as they say. We'll just have to venture deeper into the forest on our own. We'll probably get lost and suffer a slow and painful death, but that's the risk we have to take. If you're going after the wood orcs, though, I know something that might make it easier. If you want, you can take the essence from the calliope tree and rub it all over your body to cloak yourself in a haze of forest moths. The wood orcs won't even see you. Oh, one more thing. Ander scouted out the orcs' camp pretty extensively. He might have some useful observations if you ask. Good luck with the wood orcs and that tricky Trethane. Maybe we'll meet again when we find them. There seem to be a lot more rumors than any real facts. Some say he's a man. Others say... Me? I was born and raised in the Somerset Isles on a rather small island known as Silitar. It's a pretty secluded place. Growing up there was what first sparked my interest in studying nature magic. But, well, it was very...
I spent several hours watching the wood orcs and evaluating their weaknesses. As a whole, their strength is in numbers. As long as you don't take on the entire camp, you should be fine. The chieftain, by the look of his scars, he's seen his share of battle, and he knows how to take a beating. Don't expect him to go down quickly. There's a shaman who's never far from his side as well. I'd focus on killing the shaman first.
Stand down! Just pay the bounty. No need to die for your crimes today. Stop that!
You need to be
Stop
more
that at
careful
once!
when it comes to being naughty.
Hey, grab a drink.
always remind me of where I grew up. It's comforting. I feel more at home here than anywhere.
Some people could be so uptight about... If they wanted to keep those things, they wouldn't have let them.
Backstabbers.
Don't underestimate us! Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
Who's got a whetstone?
Yes! Are we going to race?
Getting old.
So the Wood Elves have a friend who's not afraid to fight. Good. Give me your best.
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to succeed. Seems there's more to you than meets the eye. And you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those parasitic orcs. You've earned the right to petition the Wilder King for an audience. I hope I haven't given you a sense of false hope, though. Bosma around here petition the Wilder King for an audience all the time, and he rarely responds. More than likely, you're simply wasting your time. Suit yourself. Just south of my home, you'll find the petitioning stone. Just touch it. Probably nothing will happen. If he wants to speak with you, though, he'll appear when you touch that stone. I never said it was complicated. Besides, by scaring off those Wood Orcs, you just might have improved your chances. The Wilder King sees these things, you know. All right, run along now, and may the forest part to reveal your path.
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather... Again, not what... Welcome to my... Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this Old Merry Dominion, but I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others. Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might bet. Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I am pleased to be able to lend you strength to face this enemy from...
Strike us down, but the Veiled Heritance will always rise again. Strike us down, but the Veiled Heritance will always rise again.
This biscuits. A little help here?
Zazi is finished with this village.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. The Veiled Heritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me, and I find her curious. Very curious. She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one.
We have much need of someone like you, Aranias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
An opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosmer.
The Bosmer in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosmer mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estria, you can count on me.
As you've just seen, the young girl Aranias is associated with the Veiled Heritance. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. Even now, Aranias is on her way. So she believes. But there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. You may not like this, but I sense the same is true. Like the branches of a grat oak, I believe that Aranias' destiny, my destiny, and your destiny are all intertwined. I cannot yet see how these events will play. You must eventually come to my throne, but not yet. Each of us is a strand to be spun into the story of Valenwood. You should seek out the spinner, Marrowan. He can tell us how this story began and when. Yes. Traveling through Valenwood is a funny thing. It may take them many days to find the path to my throne. You have all the time you need. Find the spinner's cottage and speak to Marrowan.
Do you know how to read? I am called Sumiril. I am one of the Hollow. We live to serve the Wilder King, who is our god, our creator. I ask you if you can read, because I have this... I can read it, but I am afraid to. I am not like the other Hollow. I can question my existence. I can believe or not believe. It must be done, and I would be most grateful. This book holds a single passage only. The words for the next passage will appear once you have opened the book. Follow them. They will I have roamed this land since before many of these trees were seeds. In that time, I have wanted to know how I came to be. Yet here you stand with the answer. I am unsure what I will regret more, knowing or never knowing the truth. Forgive my indecision. Please, continue. Mortal? Like you? What happened to me? Yet I live, don't I? The past, present, and future are stark, stripped of illusion, and I am left with more questions. I will have to find a new way to exist, neither living nor dead.
Yes! Are we going to race?
I was beginning to think you wouldn't make it. I've already begun Aranai's... Yes, of course. I have been waiting for you for some time. The story needs you to play a part in the You certainly took your time about things. Not your fault, I understand, not your fault. We may yet get this right. Inside the story, you must also enter the story. Aranias wants to see the Wilder King. I'm his gatekeeper. To see him, you ask me nicely, and then I tell you a story. A story that you take part in. Yes. The story is one from her own past, but she's convinced that she's living through these events for the first time. You'll play the part of the close friend she never had. Someone she can ask nicely. Of course. Now, sit down by the fireplace. Have a seat by the fire and let me know when you're ready to hear the story. Remember, Imagine the flames are the waves of a vast ocean. Cold waves on a clear blue ocean off the coast of Somerset. Now picture an island. Trees around the island shimmer in the sunlight. Each gently cresting ocean wave sparkles. Many stones, roots, and flowers on the island were shaped by Magicka. Only 2 living Altmer possess such power. One of those 2 Altmer stands outside the manor on this island. Her island. Go to her. Become her friend. The island of Silitar.
I'm so glad you could come. My parents will be back tonight, and I was afraid. That's why I asked you to come early. I'm not sure what will happen either. Why wouldn't I? We practiced Bramblebury. They were afraid. You don't know what.
Watch your step! Don't trip! Oops! Are my vines getting in your way?
Not bad. Maybe. You know, I'm sorry, it just happened. Wait, something over the rise. Wait. Too many footsteps.
You were amazing!
I've been waiting to try this spell out.
That'll show them. No one attacks my island.
Come, I must speak with you once more.
Why are your clothes all wet?
Mother, what do you think of this tree? How about this island you're standing on?
The ground is soaked. I'll need new shoes now.
I made it.
What? You made the ground soggy?
The island. I made this little island.
What? Ara, what do you mean you made it?
These trees, those rocks, none of this was here yesterday. The ground is wet because I used my magic to pull it up from under the water.
Oh, Ara, what have you done?
Gifted with a rare and powerful ability, Aranias tried in vain to win her parents' affection. So much happened next, but I especially draw your attention to two particular events. One scene, no. The greatest challenge comes next, and Aranias needs you. Her parents returned after the attack on the farm, and brought with them the people they considered their daughter's only hope, the Veiled Heritance. She should not getting changed at the manor. You should do the same after you watch the...
I'm sorry.
You're lucky they're alive. How many more ships will you sink?
It was an accident.
Accidents are spilling water, dropping glass. You lifted a ship out of the ocean with a wall of rock.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Your mother and I will discuss your punishment. Go.
Your father and I leave for Somerset in the morning.
I won't do it again, I promise. I'll try harder. Don't leave me behind.
Don't grovel. It's unbecoming. We will return with help to control your temper.
How much more can I apologize? I said I'm sorry.
No, Ara. It's just you need training. What you did to the ship, that scares people.
What sort of training, Father? You look good. How do you feel? There are so many people. And look, it's High Kin Lady Estrie. Why is she here? I bet my parents want me to show. Hesitant? I hate this, and they've got something particular they want to see. Would you do me a favor and find out? Mingle among them. You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember when that merchant ship sank? I'd lifted the ground.
Her parents invited me to witness her powers firsthand. She lifted the ground up under my very feet. Her demonstration today will not be one of skill, but of character. How did someone like you get an invite to the party? Poor girl, with a companion like you.
Onder has one of the little beggars in the field, away from the house. Aranias will demonstrate her talents on the other. Her demonstration will determine how we employ her talents.
Ander demonstrates amazing potential. Why are we bothering with this girl and her clods of dirt? Ander could melt them with hardly a thought.
What do they call her? The Rock Witch? Hilarious. Provincial.
A noble high elf raised in such environs. It's a travesty.
They took my
I'm afraid this one is about to die. Not this goblin-faced meat-eater, his wife. Wait a minute. You're not with the Heritants?
They took my... They will give her to the witch, the Rock Witch. The land will kill her. They said the land...
You killed Ander? Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. You killed... Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. But sadly, as real as it may seem, this is just a... He has had considerable time to grow in power. And his temper has not gotten any longer, if you understand me. It seems the Veiled Heritants have sent him after Aranias to ensure she kills the Wilder King, or dies if she fails. I met him. He wanted to get into this in the garden. She's been commanded...
This creature is no different from those who burned your farm.
Please.
Aranias, my child, raise the ground up to trap this animal.
Please let us go.
Aranias, do you remember how helpless you were when your farm burned? Good, good. Now tear this animal apart.
This is my test. If I can take the life of this girl, it means that I am willing to make the necessary...
What about the Bosmer who attacked my island? What were they?
If I refuse to kill this Bosmer, then what? I'll be alone again. You're here with me now. But what about later? No, no, I am stronger. No, I won't do it!
You were a fine character, most enjoyable, and it looks like you made quite an impression on our... As one story ends, another reaches its climax. Our little bit of mischief was a success. Because of you, Aranias may Truly, I hope we never need change a story so extensively again. Though we spinners can do so, it's usually better to let a tale conclude on its own. Venturing into the story of Aranias' past has sown the seeds of her transformation, but they have yet to sprout. Even now, she and Ander blaze a trail of destruction toward the Wilder King's throne. Preserving his life may be impossible at this point, but you must try. Without him, the Valenwood will rage out of control. The only hope lies with Aranias and with you. Go to Greenheart and follow the trail of fire to the Wilder King's throne.
It's good you're here. With earth magic and fire, Arrhenius and Ander forced their way towards my throne, leaving chaos in their wake. I've lost control of my guardians. My power fades. I've always wondered where death would... My end was inevitable all along. Someone new must become caretaker of the Veiled Wood. Arrhenius was guided here for this purpose. It's fascinating. In her heart, I think she knows the truth, but she's conflicted. Perhaps it is Ander's influence. I think you should catch up with him. Follow the trail of fire. Arrhenius must choose to accept the responsibility of her own accord, but Ander will not understand. I expect he will oppose her, and she will need your help to defeat him.
You want to die?
Quickly, Arrhenius wavers. She knows now why she was guided here. Not to destroy the Valen Wood, but to save it. She wants to change course, but she's afraid. Arrhenius' powers grow as she draws closer to the throne. She opened the ground here and they entered the throne tunnels. You must follow. My hold over the creatures of the Valen Wood has weakened. That is why they panic and attack. I lack the strength to pull them back. But I can make it so you appear less threatening. Be careful, though.
Get out of my way, girl! I have no patience for this!
It's you. From Silitar. My friend. I don't know. He's gone ahead. I will protect the Wilder King as long as I can, but you must hurry.
I'm not leaving you.
always a good attack. Will there be no end to these interruptions?
Aranias was guided here to take my place, but I believe you were guided here to assure her ascension. If you had not come, I fear Arndor would have killed us both, leaving the Valenwood wild and vengeful. Many lives would have been lost. Yes, for centuries my sole focus has been shaping and maintaining the Valenwood, protecting it from outside influence and from itself. Now that she has come, I am free to return to the Earth. Give back to that which has given so much to me. She is up above. You should go to her. She is frightened of the transformation process, but you must...
I'm scared. Shouldn't I be feeling confident? I mean, we defeated Onder. Look at all of this, though. I've worked my magic on small pieces of land in the Somerset Isles. I think he was a man too once, the Wilder King. I mean, he was like us, but when he took this on, he became something else. I think he merged with the... And he doesn't even remember that. The same will happen to me. If I accept this... No, but they are my memories, and some of them fond. The ones with you. They seem only partially real, but they're the memories I'll miss most. I have to let go, though. The way I am... Yes, but I need your help. You must climb the tower further and place the Wilder King's crown in the gardens there. Then you must... Everything is so... very different. It's like I'm no longer a single physical form, but my being is spread out across the forest. Aranias is slipping away. You are my friend, though, whoever I become. Will you stay for just a moment? I am prepared to lose my memories, but I don't want to lose the lessons I've learned. You helped me understand the difference between a foe and a friend. I'm determined not to forget that, nor to forget you. I know why you originally came here, to ask for the Wilder King's allegiance to the Aldmeri Dominion, to know the Valenwood was on your side. And I freely give it. On behalf of myself and the Valenwood, you have our allegiance. I only hope Irene realizes that her best ally stands before me now. Before Aranias' memories fade, though, there's something else. It's the Veiled Heritans. As you may know, they stole the Staff of Magnus. I know not where they've taken it, but you should search in Woodhearth, to the west. I will open a portal to the western gate of Green.
One foot after the other and eyes forward, Helwyn. Best not look at what you've left behind.
Let's ride.
Things go from bad to worse.
I can't believe it. He was right again. When will I learn not to wager my gold against Razumdar's instincts? He said you would be coming this way. Is it true, then? Did you persuade the Wilder King to swear? The Wilder Queen, eh? Times are changing in Valenwood, aren't they?
It's 420, bitch.
In a delicate position. I suppose that's why it's so important that we are here.
Load your queer little bongs and pipes, bitch. It's 420.
Razumdar sent me here to await your arrival. He wants you to join him as quickly as possible. It seems Viceroy Paladin came this way after stealing the Staff of Magnus. Who can be certain? I suspect he merely seeks to find a ship and flee back to the Somerset Isles. Perhaps he is determined to see Prince Naaman's body laid to rest there. Razumdar has his own suspicion. He was unwilling to share his suspicions with me. Whatever his instincts may be, though, this time I will wager that he's on the mark. Undoubtedly, Razumdar intends to share his thoughts with you. You'll find him in the Thalmor headquarters.
Will
I
you
heard
hold
the
still?
Jade Dragoons.
This
when they were
illusion requires
destroyed by
precision, which I
Frostfang.
cannot achieve with your tail constantly twitching.
Bah! This Thalmor mage will drive Razumdar mad.
Need something?
Bah! The Stalmor mage will drive Razumdar mad. Stand here, hold this, everything's so exact. This one prefers more flexibility. He is glad another eye is here who understands, because we must move quick. We must find Peladil, of course. This one tracked his stinking hide here after he stole the Staff of Magnus. He's the boss of the Veiled Heritance now, and he has allies here in Woodhearth. Dirty traitors who conspire against Queen Ayrenn. This we do not know yet, but Razumdar has devised the perfect way to flush these rats from their hidey holes. If they had an opportunity to assassinate the Queen, surely they would take advantage. No, Razumdar will be the Queen instead, if this mage does his job, of course. We will go soon, so Raz must prepare. Speak to Trithane Fariel. She can tell you more about the traitors who are helping Peladil. This one would ask a favor. If the Stalmor mage turns Razumdar into a monkey, you must exact vengeance. Razumdar thought the Vicereeve was a clawless coward. Always going on with Prince name on this and Prince name on that. So pathetic. But he is more tricky now. All this one knows is that Peladil is near, and that last time this one saw Naaman, he was still quite dead. But Peladil wouldn't drag around the prince's corpse just to make sure he gets a proper burial. Some sort of necromancy must be planned, but why? Naaman can't rule the Dominion if he is undead.
So you're the one who's going to accompany the cat on this guar-brained scheme of his. I hope you realize what you're up against. These traitors in our city have sought to stir up rebellion since the day King Camoran joined the Dominion. So you'd think, but we've never caught any of the traitors. They may not actually be Bosmer at all. Our enemies are always one step ahead of us. Roman doesn't want to believe it, but I think it's obvious there's a spy among the Thalmor. No. We've gone to great pains to keep Razumdar's plans secret. The spy must believe that Ayrenn is really here. There have been rumors that the Maormer plan to raid us, so we've put word out that the Queen has come to make sure the city's safe. Yes, mad as the cat may be, his plan might actually work. The story is that the Queen wants to personally investigate the old Imperial underground. Ha! The cat didn't tell you, did he? No, we can't send any guards. We don't know who we can trust. He thinks the two of you can handle it, though. I don't know if I'd call that confidence or foolhardiness, but I hope Bandar is with you either way.
As soon as Xanador gets the spell right and turns your friend into a queen. Assuming this works, you and Razumdar should leave for the Imperial Underground straight away.
Very convincing. But is the illusion applied everywhere? Perhaps this one should take a moment in private to double-check, yes?
There were no miscalculations, I assure you. Now excuse me, I must wash the smell of cat from my robes.
Raz looks good in this form, but then Raz always looks good. Queen Ayrenn could maybe learn a thing or two from this one. A fair point. Raz, I will keep that in mind. You have spoken with the Trithane, then? You understand my genius plan, yes? Yes. There we will find out the truth about this Thalmor officer Astaril. She's quite the beauty, I'm told. But traitors are never what they seem, yes? This one is... No. I'm ready when you are. Be ready. This one is counting on you to watch her back. Astaril, is that you?
Yes. Come closer, my queen. I have something for you.
You can't be too careful when you're picking your enemies.
What is this?
A gift in memory of Prince Naaman. Vice-Reeve Peladil sends his regards.
You will die, and the true King of Alinor will rise again.
Well, that Raz will be fine. A few burns will not kill this one. But for the moment, he thinks you should press on alone. You must catch Astaril and find out... She used some kind of magic to escape, but it was not a portal, so she cannot have gone far. She must still be here, somewhere in these tunnels.
That was an unwelcome surprise.
Scatter!
Healer!
Move to flank!
Move!
Raz heard sounds of fighting. Did you catch up with Astaril? Were you able to question? Dark moons. If Astaril got away, we will have to track her down. And the Veiled Heritance is here? That is troubling. Razumdar suspected a few might have come, but he did not expect them to be here in any numbers. Some of Razumdar's contacts warned him that the Veiled Heritance was not putting all its hopes on Prince Naaman, that they had backup plan. Naaman is dead, possibly. If they cannot rule the Dominion, perhaps they would destroy it by attacking Valenwood. But Raz...
Cities can be just as fickle as people, but just as beautiful too.
If what Razumdar says is true, the city of Woodhearth owes you a debt. Of course, if the city's attacked and destroyed, that won't be worth much. Maybe we can prevent that. The cat said you found orders from Vicereeve Peladil. Damn! This proves that Peladil is planning something here. Something even bigger than killing the Queen. I'm glad you brought it to light. I just hope... There's something about Peladil's orders. The reference to Astral seems strange, and a Roman still refuses to believe she betrayed us. Either way, Astral's the key to unraveling this mess. We need to question her and find out what Well, if she hasn't realized we're onto her, we might be able to catch her by surprise. She might be down at the Thalmor residence right now. I assume a Roman will want to be there when you confront her. Even if Asterils fled the city, you might be able to find some clues about Peladil's plan.
I got my nickname because my eyes reminded people of the warm embers of a fire. I think fires are much prettier.
Even if Astral...
This is preposterous. Astral has risked her life for the Dominion more times than I can count. She is one of my best officers. I refuse to believe this irresponsible slander until I have spoken with her myself. You must understand, one doesn't become a Thalmor agent until their loyalty is proven beyond question. If Astral confesses, or if we find substantial proof, I will admit I was wrong. Until then, I remain extremely skeptical. This is Thalmor business, and I am going to the Thalmor residence to confront Astral myself. You are welcome to it. You see? It's clear that Astral has been dead for some time, so she cannot have been the one you saw in the Imperial tunnels. I told you, say what you will about the Thalmor, but we do not have traitors in our midst. Her death troubles me greatly, but the integrity of the Thalmor is of greater concern, and I am pleased to be proven right in that respect. With that concern behind us, we can finally start searching for the true source of this treachery. Undoubtedly, it was the same person that assumed her likeness and attempted to assassinate the Queen, Razum-Dar. Speaking of the cat, it seems...
There could be some useful evidence down here. Let us look closely before moving on. Astaril had a sister? A twin, perhaps? That would explain much. Raz suspects these tunnels will reveal the rest.